1865, they said slavery ended, but not in the mind of everybody. They said it was the law, but did it really pass? I think my grandmother was born in 1932, and she was light-skinned, and she ended up being considered a house nigga. And my grandfather, he worked outside. He was dark-skinned. But they moved eventually from the South, but had the same mentality. My grandmother took care of her kids. She had about 12 of them at one point. They didn't all make it, but she took care of them. Stay home. That was the role, that was the mindset. And my grandfather worked in a factory. And if I remember right, it was a cold one. So he suffered even still for years, I think 40 plus. I'm a baby, so I don't remember much, but I remember enough to know the mindset didn't shift. And it lasted. What was in his dad and his mother's DNA went in his, and my grandmother as well. That's what they knew. That's what it was. And the mentality sat right there. So then they had kids. Where did they go? Times changed and drugs became. But I'm saying all this to say, I know where my strength came from and how it fell my way. They was bred from pain, torture, and trauma. And here I am, a stroke survivor, changing the game and becoming. It's real high pains, transfer from generation to generation through DNA. But don't nobody, they don't really want to say. I'm for real though. I was really thinking about it like, dang, I know where my strength comes from on both sides of my family. The other grandfather worked, if I'm not mistaken, at General Mills or GM. That's the people. That's another factory. Slave work did that for years to take care of his family. My grandmother on her knees across the street is a maid. What is that? Back then, they were called house niggas. And they did all that for us. And people forget all the work they put in just so we can walk around and act like our shit don't stink. That's crazy. It made me understand why strengthening you is so important to me. Inclusion, accessibility, and fairness. These are things that my family never possessed. They were never included. They never had access. The world was never fair. And as a stroke survivor, I live what they live, just in a different way. But I have a voice to say, I'm in a new world now. My opinion matters and I will use it wisely. I will not say it's not my problem, because it's exactly my problem. My DNA made it so. It passed down in a way, and I was like, whoa. But it's cool. Because today, February, what's this, 22nd? I finally understand. February 22nd, 2026. Why strengthen you is not just a generic movement for one, it's for all. It's not for stroke survivors, it's of survivors of everything. Being black, I'm a survivor. Being a woman, I'm a survivor. Having a stroke, I'm a survivor. Being from Chicago, I'm a survivor. Being molested, I'm a survivor. So many more things. I'm a survivor. I'm a warrior. I'm a thriver. I'm not going to keep it to myself. I got to help others through. This pain had a purpose, and that's true. So I'm going to walk my walk and talk my talk and push that strength in you so you don't fall off. Oh my God. It's true. Pain raised me limitless through and through. Thank you, Esau, Ruby, Rosie, on my grandparents who went through so I could be. And they had a lot of pain that we never got to see. They didn't talk about it. They just did what was necessary. Because you couldn't change. But already was buried. Mm, so much more that's about to burst out. This Phoenix, hey, she about to come out. The flame emerge. She about to soar. Again, limitless. Not to be destroyed. New DNA downloading now. With the necessary lessons that create value. Everything else with the flower. Happy Black History every day, all day. It's Black History DNA.